Photoshop 4, we're looking at shade and shadow. Briefly, when you're looking at flat objects in cartoon style, they're just drawn as flat as the paper. They define areas. If we're giving the illusion of depth of 3-dimension, we have shade and shadow. Shade shows you the object's shape, and that's what we're going to focus on today. So if I give you a simple line drawing here, everything's flat. We think this is curved. We kind of know that that curve there means it's a cylinder, but if you were looking straight on, you would look like a rectangle. When you add shading, that's darker on this edge and fades to a lighter color and fades to white, that tells you it's a curve. These surfaces are flat. They're all the same shade intensity. We're not going to bother shading the person. So I'm giving you this as a reference for how to make this work, and a Photoshop called shading exercise. So I've already started one here. If I shade more on this edge, less here, and blend it out, it looks curved. I'm going to do a little bit of example on the other one. There's 4 sources that need to be curved here. I'm going to do this one right now. Work on the shading layer, leave this background locked, it'll make things easier. So I'm going to my brush, and let's see, 45 round, a little too tight, 100, yeah. And I'm just choosing a dark color, not necessarily black. Black gets real hard to control. And I'm going to go down this edge right here. So go to brush. I'm going to go over these edges. I can clean them up later. Light stroke. The more I add, the darker it gets. And blend it out here. Now switch to my blending just to make it a little bit smoother. And then erase. Don't have to be exact on this. If you make a mistake, you always have Command Z. I don't like that again. So this part's all going to be uniform. I lift up my pen, then I've got a new chance here. Why do I have a soft eraser? I don't want a soft eraser, I want a hard eraser. Now if I want to zoom in, I've always got Command plus, makes things a lot easier. Command minus will zoom you back out. Once again, this is an exercise, but I want you to get the sense of what it takes to imply dimension. Maybe I'm being a little too picky here. When you're zoomed in, you see all the details. Now I want a bigger brush. Again, I'm not expecting a great work of art from you. I just want you to build some basic skills in creating a trick to tell the eye this is a curved shape. These are things you see all the time. You understand it. Now I want you to draw it. Oops. Probably best to make a series of small steps. And each one, if you don't like it, you can always undo. Okay. Now Command minus, and you can see this looks like a curved shape. It's done in haste. It's more defined than this one. It should always be darkest on the edge and then gradually fade out to the center. It tells you the light's hitting directly here, indirectly over there. Now these surfaces will be colored with a flat color. This surface, this top surface, and that top surface will be one tone. This face is another, and then this face over here is a different one. Don't bother with the model right now. Just focus on making these two shapes look like cylinders.